A self-transformation into the person that you want to be is only a few simple exercises away. So what do I mean by that? Well, firstly, we're just going to get straight into it. If you're struggling, stuck in a rut, whether that be physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, or a combination of the above, the first thing you need to do is hold a brutally honest self-assessment. And I use the word brutally intentionally there because a lot of people, when we analyse ourselves and our lives, we kind of skip around the things we don't really want to bring attention to. There's a bit of self-deception, lying to yourself, you could say. But you've got to be brutal with what you're doing with your life. How are you spending your time? What are you giving your attention and energy to? And write it down. Write it down physically so you can see how you're doing. And this is going to help you identify the things that are going on that you're doing that are a waste of your time, not serving you any purpose, and holding you back in life, stagnating your progress. Because if you're not going forward, not moving forward, you're going backwards. Simple as that, guys. So first step is to hold a brutal self-assessment and be brutally honest. Lovely little walk on one here. So the second thing you need to do, if you want to transform yourself in any realm, is to identify your why. What is the reason for wanting to change? Why do you want to do it? Because if you haven't got a reason, it's not going to work, is it? You're not going to have that fire in you and that will and desire to keep going or do whatever it is you want to do, transform in any way that you want to. And the most important thing here is that your why, whatever it is, your reason to change, is stronger than your reason or desire to stay the same. Because it's like a balancing scale, guys. One of them's got to be stronger than the other to influence action or change, you know. So if your why isn't strong enough, if you don't really care enough, you don't want it enough, it's not going to happen. And that's the reality of the situation. Might be tough to hear that for some people, but change only comes, positive change, when you really want to. I've just parked up on some seats here. So yeah, point number 3 is you've got to shift your identity. So you need to no longer think, act and associate with the old you, the current you that you want to change from. You need to think about the person you want to become. What are they doing with their time? How are they spending their life? Who are they associating with? What kind of habits do they have? Write them down. Write them down and work out exactly what that is. And then just simply, it sounds simple, but start doing the actions with the person that you want to be. It might sound crazy simple, but that is the reality of the situation, guys. You just got to start changing things slowly but surely. Maybe don't do it all at once because that can be overwhelming and hinder progress, but just gradually start implementing those small changes and acting like the person you want to become. Over time, you're going to become that person. I like to say, bury the old you and never visit their grave. Quite a nice quote I like to use there. So, brutally assess yourself, identify your why, your reason to change, and thirdly, shift your identity to what that person does, how they behave and act. And then fourthly, the final point here, the most important by far, is that all of this is no good if you don't actually do something and you don't actually take action. So number 4 is to take continuous, decisive and directed action for at least 6 months, and to give yourself time to implement this transformation and put the building blocks in place. So nothing's ever any good without taking actual action. It's all good thinking about things, saying what you're going to do, thinking about who you want to be, but unless you actually do it, it's never going to happen. So this is just a really simple video, guys. A 4-step process transforming yourself And this is kind of similar to what I did, you know, transform my body, my mind. What did I used to be doing 3, 4, 5 years ago? A stoner, addicted to weed, addicted to adult material, addicted to junk food, living a very hedonistic, pleasure-filled life. And one day I thought, you know, this is enough. I've had enough of this. I feel like crap. I spend all my money on these awful vices. Let's make a change. I identified what I needed to do. Started doing that slowly. Firstly, transformed my body, and in the process, that transformed my mind, because those two are so intertwined and connected. And yeah, slowly but surely the vices dropped away. I stopped eating crap, learned how to cook, make food for myself. I stopped watching adult content. My mind healed, dopamine receptors healed, and I got in the best shape of my life, absolutely shredded. And yeah, I stopped smoking as well, because my why for to stop smoking is because I want to become an amazing runner and be able to run amazing times in these long distance races that I'm competing in. And then I'm not going to be able to do that if I'm smoking. So that is my reason. Your reason's got to be stronger than your desire to stay attached to your vices, whatever that may be. So yeah, it's just a simple short little video from me, guys. Hopefully you can take some wisdom, some value from that and apply it to yourself. And if I can help one person to think a bit differently in a positive way, and that's job done from my end as far as I'm concerned. I don't really make these videos to get views or go viral, but just to help a few people, just get my thoughts out there. Well, these lovely walks that I'm on. That's one of the other things I've decided to do, is to get outside and enjoy nature a bit more creatively and freely, rather than spending it inside doing awful things. Awful things, bit of an exaggeration, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Feel free to leave any comments below, as always. Appreciate a like on the video, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.